Namaste, good morning,
Namaskar.
good evening, everyone. Welcome once again, Radhe Radhe Manoj sir. Welcome,
Namaste.
and welcome once again to our Swar Shravan. This is going to be our February 2023 edition, and it's going to be one of those cross continental um, session. Sir is in balmy Mumbai, enjoying the nice weather out there while we are kind of freezing here. But I have no doubt that for the next hour or so, we are going to have some heartwarming music. Sir is going to introduce us to one of the contemporary exponents of our Shastriya Sangeet. So, without further ado, over to you, sir. Let's see who you have on tap for us today. Sairam.
Namaskar, Seshadri and thank you so much for that. Well, you said that it's pretty warm in Mumbai and you're freezing. And on a lighter note, it felt as if you were being selfish when you said that you're freezing and you will experience heartwarming music. But then, if we are already feeling warm here, and if I play music that is warm also, then I don't know what will happen at the end of an hour here. But anyway, I think we'll probably get roasted. So you're getting frozen and we'll get roasted. Anyway, so yeah, that was some little bit of banter. Which is always a good thing. But namaskar, everyone, and welcome to session number. Almost lost count of the numbers now. I think it's 29. Yes, session number 29 of our Swar Shravan session. And today it's going to be a legendary female vocalist. Now, Seshadri ji said that I would be talking about a contemporary artist, but actually not. I am going to be talking about an artist. So I remember when I used to give music exams growing up, there was this topic about the Gharana system in Hindustani music, which is very popular. Gharana system meaning various schools of music that are prevalent in Hindustani music. And Kirana Gharana is one of the most important of the 5 major gharanas that we have. And of course, when we talk about Kirana Gharana, we talk about Pandit Bhimsen Joshi ji. His name comes at the forefront when we talk about Kirana Gharana. So, but when we used to study for our exam, there used to be so many artists from that particular gharana, So we used to study about them and get some amazingly fascinating information about those artists. And in fact, some of those artists we would not have even heard names of. So it was extremely fascinating and a learning experience to learn and to know about those artists and how legendary they were, despite being not very popularly heard by people. And today we are going to talk about one such artist, female artist whose name I heard for the first time when I was writing my music exams. And then later on I went on to hear much more about her from many people, including my gurus. And she was somebody who was born in 1917 and who left us in 1982. But an amazingly melodious singer and a very, very strong representative of the Kirana Gharana. Of course, it would be interesting to just go over the features of Kirana Gharana during the course of this session. And as we hear this legendary singer And whom am I talking about? None other than Vidushi Roshan Ara Begum. Yes, Vidushi Roshan Ara Begum. She's the one about whom we are going to talk today. And it was so fascinating that despite being not a very contemporary artist, there are so many of her amazing recordings available on YouTube, you know. And we have tried to choose a few of those for our listening pleasure today. I really hope that you enjoy this. So, we are going to hear the first rag from Roshan Araji, a very, very popular rag among the students of music, especially when we start learning music. That's one of the earlier rags that is taught, and that is Rag Durga. Yes, so we are going to listen to Rag Durga from Roshan Araji, in which we'll be listening to two compositions, one in Vilambit Ektal, which is a Bada Khyal, which is like the 12 beat cycle in a very slow tempo. And the second composition is going to be a Tarana. So, Tarana meaning, when we have syllables like Deem, Tom, Tana, Nana, all those syllables sung in a fast tempo. That is also going to be in Drut Ektal. Drut obviously means fast. And of course, just to give a brief reminder as to how Rag Durga goes, Sa re ma pa ma pa dha pa sa da ma re pa ma pa ma re da sa. This is Rag Durga. So let's listen to this rag from Vidushi Roshan Araji.
Kind. Button. 01 Rock Urban MP3. Select slash. Back button. 13. 16. Button. Speech off.
Look at the depth of the voice. Uh-huh. Hmm. Tarana. Wow. The sizzling speed of Taans, right? Now, we listen to these kind of Taans in today's music, and we really uh, revel and wonder as to how the current day singers can do this, but then we don't realize that the roots actually lay in singers like Roshan Araji, who actually even during those times were singing these kind of Taans, but unfortunately nobody has heard singers like her, right? Such an amazing presentation of Rag Durga, and we could see her range ranging from the lowermost note till the highermost note. and the various intricate patterns that she wove in this rag. It was absolutely amazing, wasn't it? I'm sure all of you agree with that. And so melodious at the same time. That's the best part. So, I was talking to you about a couple of the features of Kirana Gharana. So, Kirana Gharana, the way they present the rag is that they start off very slow, as you heard with Roshan Araji. And the other very striking feature, so when I say start off very slow and they even proceed slow, what they do is they do like a note to note elaboration. So by that what I mean is, so if you start with sa, which is the first note, so they would elaborate a bit on sa, and then if re is the next note in that rag, they would elaborate on re, and then they would elaborate on, so we heard Durga, right? So there was sa re ma, and then pa, and then dha. So they go forward note by note, which is also called as badhat. And the second very striking feature about the traditional Kirana style of singing is that they don't sing antara of the composition. So if you notice in the Bada Khayal, Roshan Araji did not sing the antara, and even in the Tarana, when she sang the antara, she just like touched upon it, right? So they somehow don't give importance to antara, and they restrict their elaboration to the sthai, in which they do like a complete elaboration, right? So these are some of the striking features of the Kirana style of singing, which is what we will hear from Roshan Araji as we move forward. This next one is a composition in Teen Tal, 16 beat cycle, and it is in a rag that normally we don't associate female singers singing much, and it is a very inherently a very masculine rag. But you look at the way Roshan Araji sings this, and the rag that I'm talking about is Darbari Kannada, rag Darbari Kannada, which has a very bass sort of a feel to it, right? Nisa re da ni pa sa sa da ni re sa re ga ma da da ga ma re so very bass, very grand sort of a rag. But let's listen to this wonderful exposition by Roshan Araji of rag Darbari Kannada, set to Madhyalay Teen Tal, and of course which goes a little bit faster later on.
Speech on. File info. 02 Rock Marguerite Condiment. Select speech on.
क्या बात है क्या बात है. हाँ. हाँ. Wow. Scintillating, isn't it? We heard a little bit of medium tempo singing initially, and then it kind of really went into some fast Taans. And there was Rag Darbari, and nowhere did it feel that a female singer was singing it, right? The grandeur was just so amazing, right? So this was Rag Darbari Kannada that we heard, late night Rag. So first we heard Durga, which is the early night, then we heard Darbari Kannada, late night. Now let's move on to an early morning Rag, and that is a Rag from Bhairav Thaat, and that is Rag Vibhas. So Vibhas is a Rag that is sung in two ways. I will first sing the way that we are going to listen to from Roshan Araji, which is from Bhairav Thaat, in which the second note Re and the sixth note Dha are Komal, and there is no Ma and no Ni used in this Rag. So, and when you listen to this Rag, it gives a typical morning feel, Sa re ga pa da da sa da da pa ga da pa ga re sa re ga da sa da pa ga re da sa. So this is one way of singing Vibhas, which is what we are going to listen to from Roshan Araji. The second way of singing Vibhas is also in which the Komal Dha that we heard just now becomes Shuddha Dha, and that becomes Vibhas Rag of the Marwa Thaat, which we will listen to some other day. But it goes something like this: Sa re ga pa da sa da re sa da pa da sa da pa ga re. That is Rag Vibhas from Marwa Thaat. But the one we are going to hear is, like I said, from the Bhairav Thaat, which is with Komal Dha. Sa re ga pa dha da pa ga pa dha pa ga re sa dha da sa. So let's listen to this composition by Roshan Araji, in which she sings a Bada Khyal in Vilambit Ek Tal in Rag Vibhas.
Speech on. Island 03 lock with SMP. Select speech on.
हाँ हाँ, क्या बात है। ओह, आहा, हाँ, वाह, ओह, आहा, आहा, ah, wow. So that was Rag Vibhas, isn't it? Didn't it give us all a feeling of morning time? Although it's like late, well, not late night, but going, approaching late night over here in Mumbai. But even for us, it made uh, the feeling as if we were welcoming the morning rays of the sun. So that was Rag Vibhas for us, presented by Roshan Araji. And now the big one, the interview. Let's see what does Roshan Araji have to say about her musical journey and music in general.
Speech on. 04 interview MP3. Selected slash. Background button.
आपने सीखना कब से शुरू किया, यानी
Top of screen.
कौन किस उम्र से कुछ याद पड़ता हुआ आपको?
वो मेरी उम्र उस वक्त 9 साल की थी। 9 साल की उम्र में मैंने अपनी वालदा को कहा था कि अब आप मुझे कोई उस्ताद अच्छे से जो आपको समझ में आते हैं, जो कहीं जहाँ पर जो अच्छे हैं उन्हें बुलाएं, तो मुझे बिस्मिल्लाह शुरू कराएं। फिर वहाँ खान साहब लड्डन खां थे, उन्हें बुलाया था कि खान साहब की बच्ची को आप सिखाएं, से शौक है। उन्होंने शुरू कराया मुझे 9 साल की उम्र से।
कहाँ पे
ये कलकत्ते में थी।
कलकत्ते में आप थे? तो आपकी पैदाइश कलकत्ते?
जी, मेरी पैदाइश कलकत्ते में हुई है, मैं वहीं पैदा हुई।
तो लड्डन खान साहब ने?
जी, पहला सबक मेरा
सबक
लड्डन खान साहब का।
अच्छा, खान साहब गाते थे या सरंगी बजाते?
हाँ साहब सरंगी बजाते थे। सारंगी बजाते थे और उनकी सारंगी बड़ी मशहूर थी, बड़े अच्छे वहाँ कलाकार मशहूर थे।
कितने अरसे तक वो आप उनसे सीखती रही?
मेरा ख्याल है 3-4 साल तक जरूर सीखी हूँ।
अच्छा।
कितने घंटे आप कर रहे हैं?
घंटा तो 1 घंटा वो मुझे सिखा जाते थे और 1 घंटा मैं उस पर रियाज करती थी। 2 घंटे का मेरा रियाज 2 घंटे का था।
अच्छा, तो 9 साल से 13 साल की उम्र तक आपने लदन खान साहब?
हाँ जी, उसके बाद फिर ऐसा हुआ ना कि एक खान साहब थे वहाँ, बहादुर खान साहब के, लड्डन खान साहब के दोस्त थे। तो एक दिन आए हमारे यहाँ, तो वो खान साहब अब्दुल करीम खान को सुन करके आए थे बम्बई से। तो उन्होंने जिक्र किया कि मैं बम्बई गया हुआ था, तो मैंने एक गवैये को सुना है, वो गाते नहीं है, रुलाते हैं। ऐसा वो गाते हैं कि जब उनका सुर लगता है तो लोग रो पड़ते हैं। मगर फ़कीर तबीयत के हैं, वो एक मिरज में रहते हैं और वो फ़कीरी दुनिया है उनकी, बस वो ज़्यादा कपड़े शपड़े ये वो नहीं पहनते, ज़्यादा वो कुछ नहीं करते, बस वो गाते हैं और जब मैं गाते हैं तो लोग रोने लगे। ऐसी तासीर है उनके गले में। जब मैंने ये सुना तो मैंने कहा कि वाह, ऐसी हस्ती हो तो मैं महरूम रह जाऊँ, ये तो बड़ी गलत बात है। फिर मैंने अपनी वालिदा से कहा, मैंने कहा देखिए मुझे बड़ा शौक़ और मैं चाहती हूँ कि मैं गाऊँ तो ऐसी गाऊँ के लोग समझें कि कुछ गाती हूँ। तो आप अगर मेहरबानी करके मुझे बम्बई ले जाएं। अब वहाँ कलकत्ते से बम्बई जाना, मगर उसमें यह बात है कि मेरी खाला वहाँ मौजूद थी बम्बई में। इस वजह से मुझे काफ़ी वो एक सहूलत सी मिल गई कि मैं वहाँ ठहर सकती हूँ। उनको लिखा तो उन्होंने कहा हाँ आ जाएं। मेरी माँ मुझे लेके वहाँ तक गई। नज़र ये जो कुछ सदका है, जो कुछ मैं कर रही हूँ, ये मेरी वालदा का तोफ़ैल है।
जाहिर है
कि जिन्होंने इतनी मेहनत की और मुझे इस काबिल बनाया।
ऐसी कोई महफिल जो आपकी यादगार महफिल, जिसका आप जिंदगी भर याद रखें कि भाई क्या महफिल थी, अब उस जैसी महफिल नहीं हुई है? कोई ऐसी महफिल आपके?
ऐसी तो कई महफिलें हैं, अब क्या कई महफिलें
एक तो कोई ना कोई होगी ऐसी।
वो ऐसा है कि एक मद्रास में लोग जो हैं वहाँ के गाना बहुत शौक से सुनते हैं, मगर ज़बान उनकी हमारे समझ नहीं आती और हमारी वो नहीं समझती, मगर गाने को वो ऐसा समझते हैं कि अगर एक तार भी गलत हो तानपुरे में तो कहते हैं ये मिला लें, इतने समझते। तो मैं वहाँ पर एक महाराज एटियापुरम है, तो मद्रास में मुझे बहुत लोग पसंद करते थे और अमूमन मैं जाती रहती थी मद्रास में, प्रोग्राम और कॉन्फ्रेंस, बस दिन रात उधर ही जाना आना। और वो सुर को बहुत समझते हैं, बड़े सच्चे सुर लगाते हैं और सच्चा सुर जो लगाता है उसको वो मानते हैं। तो वहाँ मैं गई एटियापुरम, तो हमारी वादा करेंगे तुमने भाई अगर लोगों को यहाँ पर गाना सुनाना है तो तुम्हारे लफ्ज़ों को क्या समझेंगे कि क्या कह रही हूँ। मैंने कहा अब देखें क्या होता है। हम जब वहाँ गए तो बात करें तो समझे ना, उनकी बात हमारे समझ में ना आए। एक बीच में कोई वो ऐसे कोई उर्दू बोलते थे, कोई एक आदमी रख लिया था कि कुछ थोड़ा बहुत समझा सके मुझे। फिर उनको लेके हम गए मद्रास, हम लोग सारे गए वहाँ। राजा साहब बड़े शौक से और कौन है ये बड़े बड़े उनके गाने वाले जो माने हुए थे वहाँ के मद्रास के, वो सारे लोग बैठे। तो पहले हमें देख कहने के अच्छा ये गाएंगी, छोटी सी देख उम्र छोटी थी हमारी, ये गाएंगी। अच्छा तो वहाँ तो ये है ना कि कुछ वो मृदंगा क्या मृदंग है क्या बजे, कोई वायलिन बजा, कुछ गाएं, कुछ सुस्ताते हैं। फिर मैं शुरू हुई तो पहले तो मुझे उम्मीद नहीं थी कि ये लोग समझेंगे इतना अच्छा। सुना तो सारे के सारे धीरे धीरे कुर्सियों से उतर के नीचे आके बैठ गए। और मैं गा रही थी सुबह के टाइम पे जमुना के तीर, तो वो सारे चुपचाप बैठे रह गए, मैं भी चुप हो गई और चुप बैठे रहे। तो आधे घंटे तक हम लोग खामोश रहे। कुछ ऐसा समा बन गया था कि कुछ समझ नहीं आता था कि क्या हुआ है। वो मुझे याद है।
So amazing, isn't it? As they say, music has no language barrier, right? So What a classic example that was that we heard from Roshan Araji as to how her music impacted people in the South who did not even understand the language. So that is the power of our music. The next presentation that we'll hear from Roshan Araji. So until now we heard her classical music, right? Now we are going to listen to her semi-classical piece, Thumri, right? And in Rag Mishra Khamaj. So here we go, Thumri in Rag Mishra Khamaj from Roshan Araji.
Speech on. Selected. File info. 05 Rob Mishra Kamaj.
Wow, that was, so intricately sung, right? So for the first few compositions, we heard Roshan Araji singing like fast, sizzling Taans in classical music style, and here she was singing some real delicate, intricate patterns of swars in this Thumri in Rag Mishra Khamaj, which was, I missed telling, the tal based on Chachar tal, 16 beats cycle, and then of course it got into a crescendo like mode, and then it went to the fast kehrwa, also called as the laggi that they use in Thumri. So the final composition for today, based on rag Bhairavi. Yes, that's the composition. I mean, that's the rag with which we normally end our presentations, isn't it? Rag Bhairavi. So here we go. Roshan Araji with Rag Bhairavi, the composition. It's a geet, the short song, a geet that she sings based on Adha Teen Tal, 16 beat cycle.
Speech on. File 06 hyphen rock Arab. Select slash backup button. Speech on.
Wow, 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 wow. Let's all bow down to this legendary singer, Roshan Ara Begum ji, and, you know, uh, try to listen to her more on YouTube. As I say at the end of every session, that all these great legends that we present for you, I humbly request all of you to listen to them more on YouTube and really get soaked in the melody and the divinity of their music. So, with that, we conclude today's session, session number 29 of Swar Shravan. The next month's session, now we all know that February has 28 days, so which means automatically that the session for next month will be held exactly after 4 weeks on March 12th. Today is February 12th. The next session will be held March 12th. Same time, that is, I think the time would have changed on that day. In the East Coast in the US, it would have become the daylight saving time. So which means it would be 11 o'clock, of course, Eastern, but for people in India, it will be 8:30 p.m. at night. So next month, March 12th, we will see you 11 o'clock Eastern, that is 8:30 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive, and let's listen and get inspired with the music of these legendary artists. Thank you so much and namaskar.